Hello, America. Are you ready for a wild ride? Because the weather is about to take us on a journey full of twists and turns, and you'll want to be prepared for every moment. Whether you're waking up to sunshine or bracing for a blast of cold, this week's forecast has something in store for everyone. Big changes are coming to our weather, and they're happening fast. Across the country, we're seeing dramatic shifts in temperature, wind, and precipitation. One day you might be reaching for your sunglasses, and the next, you'll be digging out your warmest winter coat. So, you'll want to be ready, whether that means layering up, checking your heating systems, or just keeping an eye on the sky. These changes can catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. A major chill is sweeping in for millions, stretching from the heart of the Midwest all the way to the bustling cities of the East Coast. If you live in places like Chicago, Detroit, or New York, you'll feel the bite of winter in full force. We're tracking not one, but two powerful blasts of Arctic air, some of the coldest of the season. These frigid waves are set to push temperatures to levels we haven't seen in months, and they're coming in quick succession, making it feel like winter is doubling down. While the central and eastern U.S. brace for a deep freeze, the West Coast is living in a different world. Out west, it's all about sunshine, blue skies, and temperatures that feel more like spring than winter. Cities like Los Angeles and San Diego are basking in unseasonably warm days, making it a tale of two climates across the nation. It's a classic case of weather whiplash across the country. One region is shoveling snow and scraping ice, while another is heading to the beach or enjoying a jog in the park. The contrast couldn't be more dramatic, and it's all happening at the same time. If you're in the central or eastern states, prepare for a significant cold spell that will impact your daily routine. Morning commutes will be tougher, sidewalks will be slick, and you'll need extra time to get ready. Don't forget to check on neighbors, pets, and anyone who might need a little extra help staying warm. Temperatures will plunge well below normal, so bundle up. We're talking single digits and even sub-zero wind chills in some areas. Frostbite can happen quickly, so make sure to cover exposed skin and limit your time outdoors when the cold is at its worst. Meanwhile, California and much of the West will enjoy spring-like warmth. It's the perfect time for outdoor activities, but don't forget that dry, warm weather can also bring its own challenges, like increased fire risk and ongoing drought concerns. We'll break down when the cold hits, how low temps will go, and what kind of snow to expect. From lake-effect snow squalls to icy rain, we'll cover the hazards you need to watch for, and how to stay safe on the roads and at home. Plus, we'll check out why the West is so warm and dry. Is it a sign of changing climate patterns, or just a temporary break from winter storms? We'll look at the science behind these unusual conditions and what they could mean for the months ahead. Stay tuned for all the details you need to stay safe and informed. We'll share tips on preparing your home, your car, and your family for whatever the weather throws your way. Make sure your emergency kits are stocked, your weather apps are updated, and you have a plan in place. This is a weather story you won't want to miss. From coast to coast, the atmosphere is on the move, and we're here to help you navigate every twist and turn. Whether you love the cold or crave the sun, there's something in this forecast for everyone. The forecast roller coaster starts now, so buckle up, stay tuned, and let's dive into the details of this wild weather week together. You've heard the term polar vortex, but what is it? Picture a swirling mass of frigid air that usually stays locked over the North Pole. In winter, a strong jet stream keeps it contained, but sometimes that barrier weakens. When the polar vortex wobbles, pieces of that Arctic air break off and plunge south. That's exactly what's happening now, sending a deep freeze into the U.S. This isn't just regular cold, it's extreme, dangerous cold straight from the Arctic. Meteorologists track the polar vortex to predict these outbreaks and help you prepare. The two Arctic blasts we're seeing are direct results of this unstable vortex. It's the engine behind our wild weather shift. Now let's see when this frigid air will arrive in your area. The first wave of Arctic cold, the appetizer, is arriving now, sweeping across the landscape with a sense of anticipation. You can almost feel the air shifting, the sky darkening as the leading edge of winter's power makes its presence known. This is the kind of cold that signals a change in the season, a dramatic entrance that hints at what's to come. It's spreading east from western North America, bringing a sharp temperature drop that's impossible to ignore. As the cold air surges forward, it transforms the landscape, turning rain to snow and painting everything in a frosty white. The wind picks up, carrying with it the unmistakable bite of Arctic air, and communities brace for the first real taste of winter. This isn't the main event, but it's a clear sign winter is here. People rush to dig out their scarves and gloves, and the city takes on a new rhythm as everyone adapts to the sudden chill. The streets, once bustling with the last hints of autumn, now echo with the crunch of boots on snow and the laughter of children catching snowflakes on their tongues. Even the smallest details change. Branches glisten with ice, cars are coated in a thin layer of frost, and every breath becomes visible in the crisp morning air. It's a sensory reminder that the season has shifted and that colder days are ahead. The cold first hits the northern plains and Midwest, then moves toward the Great Lakes and Northeast. Cities, like Fargo, Chicago, and Detroit, are among the first to feel the brunt of this Arctic appetizer, with temperatures plummeting and winds howling through the streets. Residents in these regions know the drill. layer up, stay indoors when possible, and keep an eye on the forecast. Expect temperatures well below average, with highs stuck in the teens or 20s. For many, this is a shock to the system after milder autumn days. The cold seeps into every corner, making even the simplest outdoor tasks feel like a challenge. It's a reminder to check on neighbors, protect pets, and make sure your home is ready for the freeze. The chill will linger for several days, making it time to break out your warmest gear. Families gather their winter coats, hats, and mittens, preparing for a stretch of weather that demands respect. It's a good time to stock up on essentials, from hot drinks to extra blankets, and to settle in for the first real test of winter's endurance. This is the kind of cold that bites, especially with the wind. Gusts whip through city streets and open fields alike, making it feel even colder than the thermometer suggests. The wind chill can be brutal, turning a brisk day into a bone-chilling experience. It's a reminder to cover exposed skin and limit time outdoors when possible. It's a wake-up call. The real Arctic blast is still to come. For now, this first wave is a warning, a chance to prepare before the main event arrives. Weather advisories flash across screens, and people take stock of their supplies, knowing that the worst is yet to come. So, get used to the chill. This is just the beginning. The landscape is transformed, and daily routines shift to accommodate the new reality. Early risers see their breath in the morning air, and neighborhoods wake to a world blanketed in white. It's a beautiful, if bracing, introduction to the season. The first wave sets the stage for a much colder main event. Think of it as a preview, a chance to get ready, to adjust, and to remember what true winter feels like. The timeline is clear. This is just the start, and the real deep freeze is on the horizon. Prepare now, because the main course of cold is on its way. Take this opportunity to winterize your home, check your emergency kits, and savor a hot drink as you watch the snowfall. The days ahead will test your resolve, and your wardrobe. The deep freeze is just getting started, and the true heart of winter is still to come. Stay warm, stay safe, and get ready for what lies ahead. After the appetizer, the main course of cold arrives, a much more powerful Arctic blast. This second wave, tied to the polar vortex, will sweep in during the fourth week of January. It targets the north-central U.S. first, then races across the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast. Expect a rapid, dramatic plunge in temperatures, 20 to 40 degrees below average in some spots. Wind chills could reach dangerously low levels, making any outdoor exposure risky. This is the kind of cold that freezes pipes, drains car batteries, and disrupts travel. The deep freeze will last several days, locking the northern U.S. in winter's grip. Meteorologists are on high alert for record-breaking lows. This is the peak of our winter story, a true test of readiness. Now let's zoom in on how this will impact major cities. The coldest days of the season are just ahead. Chicago, brace yourself. You're in the bullseye of this Arctic invasion. The city is about to be transformed into a frozen landscape, with every street, building, and park blanketed in a thick layer of snow and ice. This isn't just another cold snap. This is a deep freeze that will test the city's resilience and spirit. As the Arctic air descends, Chicagoans will wake up to a world that looks and feels more like the North Pole than the Midwest. The city will see highs 10 to 20 degrees below normal, with some days barely reaching the teens. Overnight lows will plunge even further, making it feel as if winter has tightened its grip and refuses to let go. For many, simply stepping outside will be a challenge as the biting cold seeps through even the thickest coats and scarves. Add in Chicago's famous wind, and it'll feel like 10, 20, or even 30 below zero. The wind will whip through the city's iconic skyscrapers, creating swirling snowdrifts and making every exposed inch of skin sting. The legendary Hawk, Chicago's nickname for its fierce winter wind, will be out in full force, turning a cold day into a dangerously frigid one. This is serious cold. Frostbite can happen fast, and daily life will be disrupted. In these conditions, exposed skin can freeze in minutes, and the risk of hypothermia rises sharply. Schools may close, businesses could shorten hours, and outdoor activities will be put on hold as safety becomes the top priority. Commuting gets tougher, and city services will be on high alert. Snow and ice will make roads treacherous, slowing traffic to a crawl and causing delays on public transit. City crews will work around the clock to clear streets and keep essential services running, but patience will be required as everyone adapts to the extreme conditions. Warming centers will open, and heating systems will be pushed to the limit. For those without reliable heat, these centers will be a lifeline, offering shelter and warmth from the relentless cold. Utility workers will be on standby, ready to respond to any outages or emergencies that arise as furnaces and boilers work overtime. This deep freeze isn't a one-day event. It will linger, keeping Chicago in an icy grip. Day after day, the cold will persist, with little relief in sight. The city's rivers and lakes will freeze over, and icicles will grow longer with each passing night. The city will feel like a giant icebox for much of late January. Neighborhoods will be transformed into winter wonderlands, with snow piled high on rooftops and sidewalks. Even the familiar sounds of the city will be muffled by the thick blanket of snow, creating an eerie, beautiful stillness. Even in a city built for winter, this cold demands respect and preparation. Residents will dig out their heaviest coats, stock up on supplies, and check on neighbors to make sure everyone is safe. Emergency crews will be ready to respond, and the city's famous sense of community will shine as people come together to face the challenge. Chicago is about to experience a true taste of the polar north. The city's landmarks will be transformed by ice and snow, creating scenes that are both breathtaking and humbling. It's a reminder of nature's power and of the resilience that defines Chicagoans in the face of adversity. Stay safe, stay warm, and be ready for a winter to remember. Whether you're huddled indoors with loved ones or braving the elements to keep the city moving, this is a time to look out for one another and take every precaution. The cold may be fierce, but Chicago's spirit is fiercer. Now, let's head east to see what's in store for New York City as the Arctic blast continues its journey across the country, bringing its icy touch to millions more. New York City, get ready. The Arctic air is coming your way. While not as extreme as Chicago, it's still a major shock for the Big Apple. Highs will drop into the 20s, well below the usual upper 30s. Manhattan's wind tunnels will make it feel even colder, with biting wind chills. The city's rhythm will slow as people bundle up and stay indoors. Heavy coats, thermal layers, and boots will be essential. Outreach programs will work overtime to help the city's most vulnerable. This cold snap will stick around, defining the end of January. Winter is finally arriving in force for New York. The big chill is here. Be prepared. With all this cold, will there be snow? Yes, but not blockbuster storms. Instead, expect quick-hitting Alberta clippers bringing light, fluffy snow, just enough to make roads slick. Most cities will see nuisance snow, a few inches here and there. The bigger snow story is lake effect snow. As Arctic air passes over the Great Lakes, it creates intense, localized bands. Some towns could get buried, while others see just flurries. The Midwest and Northeast will look and feel wintry, even without major storms. Be ready for slick roads and changing conditions. Check your local forecast for the latest snow details. Meanwhile, the West Coast is basking in sunshine and warmth. High pressure is blocking storms, bringing spring-like temperatures to California. The Bay Area will see highs in the mid to upper 60s, even touching 70 in spots. It's a welcome break from winter, but there's a downside. No rain means growing drought concerns. Water officials are watching the dry spell closely. Air quality is also an issue. High pressure traps pollutants, triggering spare the air alerts. Residents are asked to avoid burning wood to keep the air cleaner. It's a strange contrast. Beautiful skies, but hidden challenges. California's sunny winter days come with their own risks. What a wild weather map for late January. The central and eastern U.S. face a deep Arctic freeze, while the West Coast enjoys spring-like warmth. Two major Arctic blasts are on the way. First a chilly appetizer, then a record-breaking main event. Chicago and New York will be locked in a deep freeze, with light snow and lake-effect flurries adding to the wintry scene. California basks in sunshine, but drought and air quality are growing concerns. It's a perfect reminder of how dynamic our weather can be. Stay tuned to your local forecast for updates. Whether you're bracing for cold or soaking up the sun, stay safe and prepared. We'll keep tracking it all for you.